Hey guys, what is up? Reese here, and I've got a brand new sneaker pickup to show you. What we're looking at is the Nike Lunar TR1. This is the black, white, Volt, and electric green colorway. These released earlier this summer with a retail price of $110. I don't usually get super excited for like training silhouettes, especially modern ones, because most of the shoes that I buy I wear casually. But I do still like getting pairs every now and then because they're just kind of nice to wear sometimes. You know, it's kind of a lot of like retro basketball shoes can be kind of clunky and heavy and hot, but you know, so these is kind of it's really like, it sounds weird, but it's kind of like nice just to go out and wear a shoe that's kind of slimmer, smaller, and just comfortable. And so I'd kind of been toying with the idea of getting these new Lunar TR1s. They look really sharp, and they're just like the redesigned outsole kind of interested me. But I was kind of waiting, and then this pair, this is the kind of like the initial colorway that was previewed when they launched and everything. These went on sale at Finish Line, so they were discounted to $90, so $20 off. And then with a $10 off coupon, I was able to get them for $80, which I thought was a great deal. And now, this is actually the second shoe Nike has put out to be called the Lunar TR1. I believe 2 summers ago, around that time, you had the original Nike Lunar TR1. But it's not like this is an updated version. This is really a brand new training shoe from Nike. It is the lightest Nike training shoe to date. And it's also interesting because it's the first major release since Nathan Van Hook took over as the design director for Nike's training department. If you don't know who that is, that's actually the man who designed the Nike Air Yeezy 2. So he's definitely working with training now to kind of bring some new, like, interesting aesthetics to training shoes. Because I was reading an interview and it was interesting. You know, he talks about how athletes want something that performs well but also looks nice. And so, you know, especially for me, since I will wear these for casual use, I'm kind of looking for something that catches my eye. And there's just something simple yet really nice about these that I enjoy. I also like these a lot more than the original Lunar TR1. Like I said, they're lightest training shoes, so that means they're lighter. To me, that's not a huge difference, but these are just a lot more comfortable. They've got a nice snug fit. It's not something I would recommend going up half a size for, but your foot is contained. Because on the original Lunar TR1, like especially when I would walk, you would see like pockets of the material kind of bunch up when I would like take a step, but these kind of are fitted a little bit better and really hold your foot in place. The Lunar Long cushioning is also a huge plus to me because it's able to keep the shoe lightweight and while still providing a lot of good cushioning. This, training shoes obviously use a slightly firmer Lunar Long than what you might see in a running shoe, but there still is a lot of that cushioning just mixed in with some nice responsiveness on these. With all that said, let's dive into a close-up look and I'll show you the colors, materials, and kind of like everything that's going on with the build of this shoe. Here we go with our close-up look of the Nike Lunar TR1. The goal of this shoe, again, was to create just a really lightweight training shoe that still provides the support that you need for different training activities. The upper of this shoe is made up of kind of 2 combined materials. You've got your mesh and then synthetic overlays, and these are combined in a no-sew upper, which means you don't have the added bulk, waste, and weight of the extra stitching and whatnot. And so they use those overlays at places like around the toe box and places on the side around the fly wire, and then wrapping around the back, those places where the shoe's going to take a little extra beating where it needs more of that durability, but then they left the mesh in for extra breathability when you are wearing these. Like I said, these feature Flyknit. You've got Volt Flyknit running up the sides. And as you can see, it's actually kind of like a thicker Flyknit. This is the thickest Flyknit I've ever seen, but it's a single strand, so it's just interesting the way that they use that. Because especially, you know, with a lightweight shoe, it still is important to get that lockdown, so the flywire really helps keeping your foot secured in the footbed. And then right there, you can see you've got flywire in Volt, just saying, you know, hey, this shoe is equipped with flywire. Got a little Volt swoosh right there, top of the toe box. You've got on the side, you've got a white swoosh, and if we flip around to the other side, you've got the exact same thing. The inside of the shoe is basically very similar. You don't have the flywire, and obviously the build's a little bit different, but nothing else going on here really. You've got, looking at the heel, you've got this little cage back here, just helps hold your heel into place and helps with that side-to-side motion. Simple black pull tab right there. The tongue is mesh, and as you can see, it's very light. It's very thin. You can kind of see the green through there. That's actually looking at the insole. Up at the top here on the tongue tag, you can see it says Nike and then Lunar TR1. You got Volt up top and then the electric green down below. If we look here at the insole, that's a Volt insole, and then it's got the black swoosh. Black laces kind of complete the look on the upper. Once again, this shoe does have your lunar lawn cushioning. You've got kind of two sections of it. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of glare here. But you've got your Volt up front, and then the diagonal line cutting through, and the back half is electric green. Same thing on the other side, line cutting through. If you look here at the front of the shoe, you can see right here you've got kind of your outrigger sticking out a little bit, and then you've also got a smaller one right here, back just in front of the midfoot region. That just, those outriggers kind of help with stability on side-to-side movements and just keeping you in place. The last thing we'll take a look at then is the outsole, which is a totally redesigned outsole. Totally crazy look. When I first saw it, I was like, I wonder how that's actually going to feel when you're walking. But I've really enjoyed it so far. I haven't tested it extensively on different surfaces, but I do know that it is extremely grippy just from like walking on different types of floors. Like no matter where I am, I have really good grip. And that's been accomplished through, first of all, you got these unique kind of like carrot shapes all over. But it's not like it's just a simple pattern. You've got, these are actually like pressure mapped. And so you've got like right here where the like ball of your foot is, you've got larger ones that are spaced a little bit closer together. And then out here on the front, you can see they're a lot smaller and there's a little more spacing in between. So they put it where you need it for the best and the most optimal traction. Black swoosh there completes the look. All in all, I think it's a great training silhouette. It mixes form and function really well. It's a great looking shoe, but it's also going to perform well. And so I'm excited to have added this to my collection. Once again, this pair and at least one other pair, one other colorway are on sale right now at Finish Line. And just in the future, I know other pairs will continue to go on sale as more pairs are released. And you know, these aren't, unless you're looking at like the special editions, these aren't going to sell out. So you have plenty of options to pick the opportunities, to pick these up. It's a great shoe. I highly recommend it. Thanks for checking this out, guys.